We all know that breastfeeding is the gold standard in infant nutrition. The World Health Organization recommends for all babies to be exclusively breastfed for the first 6 months. However, breast milk is a privilege that not every infant has. Hence, mothers have often turned to avenues that allow them to share and obtain breast milk for their babies from other mothers. An official breast milk bank offers more stringent quality control as donor milk is pasteurized and distributed to those who need it most anonymously. Breast milk is especially important for premature infants. They're extremely vulnerable to a condition called necrotizing enterocolitis, otherwise known as NEC. It is a potentially fatal gastrointestinal tract disease where intestinal walls are inflamed and attacked by bacteria. Supplementing premature infants' diet with breast milk reduces their chances of contracting NEC by 2.5 times. Singapore's preterm birth rate of approximately 9% continues to increase. In KK Women's and Children's Hospital alone, which delivers the most babies in Singapore, 80% of its neonates in the neonatal ICU and special care nursery cannot get sufficient breast milk from their own mothers. Hence, the launch of Singapore's first donor human milk bank in KKH is timely in tackling the growing demand for human breast milk. The existence of informal milk sharing platforms such as Human Milk for Human Babies Singapore acts as a competitor to KKH Human Milk Bank. Informal platforms have long served as an alternative avenue for mothers to obtain breast milk prior to the launch of the KK Human Milk Bank. Many donors look to them to donate and arrange private meetups with mothers in need, as it is more convenient and have lesser restrictions. With strict guidelines to adhere to, the KKH Human Milk Bank will require all potential donor mothers to undergo stringent tests and lifestyle checks. Despite these additional barriers, how do we convince donor mothers to donate to the KKH Human Milk Bank? Globally, demand for donor human milk outweighs the supply available in the donor human milk banks. KKH aims to extend its reach to eligible infants in Singapore General Hospital and National University Hospital after its first year of operations, and will likely face the same problem of demand exceeding supply. This poses an urgent need for intervention. To begin, we conducted a formative survey and qualitative interviews on expectant mothers to understand the situation. It was found that mothers have a strong sense of altruism and were open to donating breast milk even without tangible rewards or incentives. Another point we found was their strong sense of solidarity with other mothers. This stems from a common understanding of the hardship and stress mothers who are unable to produce sufficient breast milk go through. Most of the mothers we interviewed were unaware of the existence of the KKH Human Milk Bank and NEC. After a brief explanation of what the KKH Human Milk Bank does and the effects of NEC, they expressed immediate concern and increased willingness to donate. Hence, we decided to explore targeting knowledge changes in our objectives. Research from other campaigns showed that mothers were willing to go the extra mile to benefit other babies. In cord blood donation campaigns with a similar target audience, nearly a quarter of mothers switched hospitals or doctors just to be able to donate their cord blood. Other studies on pregnant women also backed up the idea that mothers feel a sense of pride in helping other babies and would be inclined to donate breast milk. We had few breast milk campaigns with which to refer to. Brazil's breast milk banks use celebrity ambassadors to great success. However, our formative survey found that this might not be useful in Singapore's context, as mothers are usually part of social media communities where everyone is an equal contributor and hence an opinion leader. The Miracle Milk campaign in the USA used stories from mothers over social media. This tactic is a good fit for us. Our survey showed that mothers turn to Facebook and WhatsApp for medical information and support. However, Miracle Milk had poorly executed messaging based on unclear objectives. We couldn't tell what stance they were going for from their ads. Hence, we felt the need to conduct message testing. We identified two impact objectives for our campaign. One, to increase knowledge levels through informational messaging, and another, to increase positive attitudes through persuasive messaging. You may have noticed that the percentages for attitudinal objectives are significantly lower than those in the informational objectives. This is due to our target audience already exhibiting positive attitudes due to individual sense of altruism and solidarity. Both informational and attitudinal messaging will collectively lead to our behavioral objective of obtaining donor sign-ups. We wanted to see which message was more effective, informational or persuasive. To do this, two groups of 30 mothers each were sampled. One group was given the informational message to view, and and the other group was given the persuasive message. Measurements were done through a quantitative survey. Multiple choice questions and resulting scores were used to measure knowledge. Positive and negative statements scored on a 7-point Likert scales were used to measure attitudes. The change between the pre-test and the post-test was compared and converted to a percentage. The results from our survey showed that both informational and persuasive objectives were reached. Based on our survey results, knowledge levels increased by an amount that was more than expected of our intended informational objectives. There were 13 mothers that clicked to sign up for screening, which represents a 43.44% conversion rate. For persuasive objectives, there was also an increase as seen from our survey results. As expected, the percentage increase seen was not as much as that observed in informational objectives. 16 mothers out of 30 clicked to sign up for screening, which represents a 53.33% conversion rate. We found that persuasive messaging had greater behavioral change in our target audience, though they were generally receptive towards both appeals. Despite not intending any attitudinal change through informational messaging, the group exposed to our informational message showed some attitudinal change. Of course, this was lower than the attitude change caused by our persuasive message. Since both our informational and persuasive messaging exerted positive behavioral change, there's potential to use both in tandem within a campaign for maximum effect. While our findings were encouraging and positive, time constraints forced us to conduct post-test survey with our target audience immediately after message exposure. Hence, while the messages did have an immediate effect, it does not give us an indication of message retention, an important consideration for campaigns seeking long-term behavioral change. Here's what we recommend for future campaigns. Future campaigns could try a more panel-like study to further test message retention. In testing information, we only worked with one area for our messaging. We recommend that future studies test the other areas of information specific to breast milk donation to get a more robust understanding if different information shown will have similar effectiveness in our target audience. These are our 2 takeaways relevant to the industry. Firstly, informational advertisements or messages, though done to death, still have a role in the industry. They are especially useful for topics where the target audience has little or no knowledge about. However, care should be taken to ensure that they are done in a tasteful manner to effectively engage the target audience. Secondly, campaign messaging is limited in scope due to the impossibility of delivering all essential information using one advertisement or within one campaign. Hence, in choosing the key message to be exposed to the target audience, it is essential to find relevancy or angles of interest in subject matter to motivate the target audience further research into the subject matter. If you can, always lend a helping breast.